And hello and welcome, pool fans from all over the world. Another beautiful day here in Las Vegas. This is day 4 of 11 of the 2025 Predator Pro Billiard Series. 8 pro tournaments, over 200 of the best men, women, and junior players on planet Earth competing for $400,000. And it's been just beautiful weather in Vegas, but in the casino, it's been action packed, some of the best action we have ever had in Las Vegas. And if you're not here, you're missing a lot. But this is the Kamui Las Vegas Open, 128 players, $125,000 prize fund, 37.5 to the winner, double elimination 10 ball, races to 4, best of 3 sets. This is George Teache on the mic with John Schmidt, Mr. 626. And what a match we have. Mateos Negoki and Jeffrey DeLuna. 6 points difference in Fargo. What do you think of these two players, John?
Well, I've seen DeLuna play quite a bit. Powerhouse game, great break, very flashy. You're going to see some big stroke shots. He's fun to watch. Now, Snagoki, I know, is a super high Fargo rated player, near an 800, but I'm not familiar with him or his game. But obviously, he's a world class player, so I kind of know what to expect. Should be a great match. I'm looking forward to it.
We really look forward to it. I mean, he's from Poland. The Polish Federation
Oh,
has produced great players, and they're all very well schooled. Shevchek, Zielinski. We have quite a few of them that come out, and what what great players they are.
oh yeah. Yeah, they practice together, travel together, compete. They take it very serious. It's a real sport there. They have like a billiard federation, I believe.
Sponsors them.
Yeah.
It's all very well put together.
Yes.
And every year they come over, there's 5 to 7 players that come in, and they're always in the stands, supporting each other, helping each other. They hang out together. I mean, I think it was last year I played Scotch doubles with Mateus and Shevchek with a 16-year-old kid on a side table, and it was a lot of fun. And they're there for the fun. They're there for the practice.
Yeah, they're a friendly group of guys. Babica, I'm familiar with a lot of the Polish players, and they're good guys, great players.
Well, this is 10 ball. 3-ball foul rule is in existence. Of course, we use it. They are on the 30-second second time clock, 60 seconds after the break.
I'll run the cue ball way down here. DeLuna won the Bakersfield Open last week, about 128-man bar table event in Bakersfield, California. That's a nice win, so he's got some momentum. And there's nothing more dangerous than a pro player who's in a good mood, who's made some money, who has some momentum, and is seeing the world from a rosy point of view. They really are tough to beat. A lot of times you'll see like these events where there'll be a 1 pocket and maybe a 10-ball event, and the guy that wins the 1 pocket, well, now he's got a lot of momentum. He goes into the 10-ball matches with like a freer stroke. So I look for DeLuna to play well, feel good, and be dangerous.
Sure, it's just like in business. They build off their successes,
Right.
and if they've been succeeding, they're going to keep that going. There's a good look at Jeffrey DeLuna. Watch when he breaks, he's off the ground, folks. He's off the charts.
Now I think he's going to flick off the left side of this blue and try to bring the cue ball back down, kind of where he's standing in the forest of balls here. Yeah, that might work.
Oh, there's a window. Isn't it funny how there's 5 inches between the two balls, and it's the 5 inches he needs to make the ball.
Well, and this carries position to the 3-ball if he manages to make. This is a difficult shot, obviously, because you probably need to put a touch of right-hand English, high right-hand English, which ramps up the difficulty a little bit. You see he's cueing the right side of the cue ball just a little bit. And of course, that's why they miss those shots. It's a lot harder to spin them.
Now the 10 ball is dangerously close to the pocket. Some players might, take a flyer at it, but it dead sells out if you don't get there. And you can't do it from here. You play the combo?
Yeah, I believe so. The 8's in what you'd call a big ball position, where it's pretty makeable at that speed. Nice shot. Still a difficult shot.
Now, do you feel that opens up the rest of the rack for him once he
Well,
gets on his 3-ball?
yeah, but he's going to have to shoot a long shot on the 3 here. This is difficult to get on the 4. You have to kind of punch this in and draw back for maybe the 4 in the corner or the side. So this is really the key shot to the rack here. Nice shot. Well, he has to make another real good shot.
Just a little off angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, whenever that cue ball's near the rail, everybody that plays pool knows how difficult that is. It steals a little bit of your perspective of the cue ball. Great shot. You know, I saw something interesting before this match with the guy I actually have known a long time. He has redesigned these tables, and he did something I couldn't believe. He took, he overcut that 5 just a little bit. Now, yeah, these tight pockets will get you if you mishit it, for sure. So he took a stare at machinist level, and he set it in about 8 different positions on the table, and it was dead level from everywhere. He says the leveling system and the carbon steel undercarriage of these tables, it's really unbelievable how they're designing them, and you might be looking at the best pool table on earth right now.
The Predator
They weren't when they first came out. I'm gonna be frank, they were not, but they made some improvements, and I think they're gonna take the pool world by storm. So DeLuna has to make a nice shot here to avoid clipping the 7. And what he did there is he tried to draw it with low inside English, caught the 7. It's gonna be all right. He didn't want to catch that 7, but sometimes you just have to catch the ball.
It didn't hurt him too much.
No.
Just doesn't want to hit that 10 ball or even come that close to the 10.
Good shot.
Very well done.
Snagoki with the early, I mean, he's like a 790 Fargo, so for him to miss that 5 ball, could be just the early match jitter settling in. He's not going to miss that too often.
Yes. The Fargos between the players, 795 for Snagoki and 801 for Jeffrey DeLuna. Jeffrey, of course, as John mentioned, is on a hot streak. He won a couple tournaments in 2024, the Mansion Sports 9-Ball Open, the Q International 10-Ball Open. In 2023, he won a big one in Quezon City in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So, like John just mentioned, and he's on a streak.
Well, and
he's confident.
George, and you know this. I mean, you get somebody that's a sponsored, traveling, practicing, healthy, young, professional player in their prime, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. I mean, this is what being in your prime looks like right here. He's a young man. He's out traveling, going to all the events. You do not want to draw guys like this.
Yeah. What would you define as the prime? DeLuna is 41 years old. Snagoki is 40.
Yeah, right in there.
I like that.
I think
that
35 to 55 is actually your prime.
Perfect.
Everybody thinks it's 22. It's
No.
not. You're not quite as seasoned and smart. Once you reach about this age, he has the wisdom of an 80-year-old on a pool table. Just kind of went with the medium speed break there. Might make the 9 off the 10, no.
And one of the things, in fact, you mentioned that about DeLuna is he likes the hero shots, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, he's not afraid to
and they get him in
shoot
trouble.
Yeah.
They get him in trouble sometimes.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, when they're working, he's unstoppable. If he decides to be real offensive and it's working, you're not going to beat him.
It's impressive and intimidating.
Yes, that's right. Now, he has probably more stroke power than anybody out there. Larry Neville, rest in peace, I believe had the biggest stroke I've ever seen in pro pool, but DeLuna is kind of carrying that mantle.
Oh, I know this shot that Level would shoot on the bar box. He'd
Unbelievable.
draw it off the corner and go 3 rails back and scratch in the same corner.
Well, I mean, I've seen him do that one-handed.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I asked Larry one time, how are you so strong? You look like construction worker. He goes, I actually ran a jackhammer for 2 years. I mean, think about how hard running it, holding onto a jackhammer, right? And he goes, I developed strength from that, and then his pull stroke was monstrous. But DeLuna's a very strong fella too, and if he decides to break the balls as hard as he can, it's a thing to watch.
Yep. And the strength maybe it comes from his nickname, the Bull.
The Bull, yeah. Good shot there. Big shot. Really needs to win this game to tie the match. Should have won the first game.
Yeah.
He'd be the first to admit that, I'm sure.
Look for Snegoki to settle in, and Jeffrey too. As you could see between games there, he was shaking his hands. He was trying to get them loose. He still didn't feel quite loose, and that has to do with the first game jitters, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, all the players, you know, have pride and ego, and there's performance anxiety, and you want to play well, you want to look good on camera. They all say they're not nervous, but if you're not nervous out there, I don't understand that. So it's very easy to get a little uptight. And for me, what I do is when I get tight is my backswing gets too quick and things can get away from me. So I try to just slow the backswing down and hold still.
Breathe.
Yeah, breathe. Yeah, breathing actually helps.
Sure.
Imagine that. Nice
Now,
shot there.
I always tell people when they're really nervous and they're jittery, take that extra step, take that extra walk around the table,
Yeah.
and settle in and breathe while you're doing that.
Good shot.
But these guys on a time clock might not think they have time for that, but there's plenty of time.
Yeah, there's more
It's a
time than you
rhythm.
think, right?
It's a rhythm.
So this is a pretty key shot here. You got to make this, obviously. You should win the rack if this goes down. You know, back in the day, rolling these balls, you would get a skid per match, and now you can go years without a skid. It's so nice with the Predator Pure Chalk. It's removed. Well, I guess they call it a kick in Europe, but in America we call them a skid.
Yeah,
It's bad contact. You just never see it anymore. You can roll these balls with confidence and not get a skid. Caught it just a little heavy.
Almost paid the price.
Yeah, almost.
See right there?
Yeah.
Just a
Good
hair
shot.
to the left, and that ball's not going in.
Yeah.
Pockets are 4 1/4.
Shot.
Nice angle. He's got just enough angle to just go to the rail if he chooses. And the 10 ball's handy by the corner pocket.
I've been talking to the players, George, and this new Arcadia cloth is a different weave, a different thickness, a different wool blend, or however they do it, but the players like it and it plays fantastic. The tables have been improved, the sub rails, everything. So it's letting these players play to their max potential.
And it shows because we've seen some beautiful pool here. In the 8 tournaments that we have, John and I were privileged to bring you 2 one-pocket face-offs between Francisco Bustamante and Tony Chohan, and then we had Shane Van Boney and Joshua Filler. And we were treated to some beautiful pool. I mean,
Yep.
high tension, great one pocket. Now for those 2 matches, they changed the top of the table and they put some 4 1/8 inch pockets on this, and to tighten things up for these one pocket players, and it worked out beautifully. But we've had juniors here. The women start, I think it's tomorrow is when they start, the 23rd or 24th. And the juniors are playing. There'll be later matches today. A lot of pool, a lot of action, and I mean, it's just beautiful to watch. At the same time, Q Sports International has their expo, and Mateus Negoki to break in game number 3, tied at 1.
I think the coolest thing about all of it is that you can sit at home and watch a high quality production for free from the comfort of your. That's just when I was growing up, you could not. You had to watch pool on ESPN once a month. It was terrible, but you loved it. You couldn't wait to see it. And now it's like every other week, you can see this kind of stuff from your living room.
Or you had to pay to get into a room like this to watch it
Right.
in the arena live. I remember when it was
Yeah.
at different places, they had a special tournament room and
Right.
you had to pay to get in.
Yeah.
Free stream. If you're here with the CSI Expo, there's 6,000 to 7,000 amateur pool players walking around and rubbing shoulders with the pros. It's all here for a little vacation at the Rio, or you can sit at home and watch it for free.
Yeah, Predator puts a ton of time and money and effort into bringing you these events at no charge. So if you ever get a chance to give them your business and support Predator, we greatly appreciate it. And I think they produce the best tables and cloth and balls and chalk and gloves and cues and cases. I mean, they've really got it figured out. Now, if they could just get him a good commentator.
Wait a minute, they might have to fire me for that, John. Take it easy.
So let's see here. If he can catch the left edge of this one, yeah, I think he can. So he's got a chance to play pretty nice safe here. Good shot. Now DeLuna will be kicking, and now the trouble strike. Actually, this is a tough kick.
Yeah. You look for him to shoot this kind of soft, get it past the 4, and
Well,
keep the cue ball behind that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, to kick this soft and even hit the one, I mean, it would be very easy to just completely whiff it. You really want to just at least hit it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think he'll kick fairly soft.
The softer he kicks, the more it opens up the angle. That's it.
Yeah, that's all you could hope for.
You know what would be pretty is to watch him hit the side rail, bottom rail, and come back towards the 1. Those are such pretty shots, but I don't know if he'll play that.
He can flick off the right side and go down to the in rail. Try to brush the 1 up between the 2-1 just slightly. Good shot. Good shot. Now DeLuna's in big trouble.
You know, if Mateus settles in, and we're in for a heck of a match.
Oh yeah, they're both great players. Either one can win the match, no doubt. Either one can win the whole tournament. And really, once you become a professional player and you have other players say that about you, you've made it. When they say stuff like, well, he's a good player, but he can't win the tournament, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear him say, oh yeah, Steve can win the whole tournament, Bill could win the whole. You know you've really made it in your sport when you're thought of as a guy that could win the tournament.
He's a threat.
Yes. Yeah, if you're a threat to win the event, you're doing a lot right. With me, people will say, John's a threat to get beat up. Oh, look at this shot. Nice.
And you know, that is the second time the Mateus broke the balls and that 10 ball ended up in that position. The very first game, the opening game, it was there. And that game, it was there from his break. And now it's a 2-1 score.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good lead, but 2-1 going to 4 is pretty huge. And to win a set is huge in this format. Like Snagoki is really in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, and he's breaking.
Yeah.
And he's broken well so far, so let's watch that 10 ball, see where it goes.
You know, like in a race to 11, 2-1, you wouldn't panic. But in a race to 4, playing the best out of 3 sets, a 2-1 lead in the first set, DeLuna has some serious heat on him already.
Well, winning the first set, you know you'll probably go to a shootout at worst. Now keep in mind, if both players win a set and it's tied at 1, it goes to a third and deciding set. But if that one is tied at 3 games, it will go to a shootout. So you can get up to 6 more games in the third set. You can win it outright or be forced to a shootout. Snagoki is sponsored by Mez, Sandtips, Holly Case, Strefa. Plays with an Exceed cue.
Good solid break there. Hammered him. 7-9, kind of messy. Yeah, you got a shot on the 2 though to get started, but the 7-9, he might be able to play the billiard on the 9. I don't know. Yeah, DeLuna figures to come to the table one more time. Now what he's going to try to do, I would believe, is get position on the 6 in the side to go into draw down 2 rails in behind the 9-7. Yeah, see how he wanted to get the cue ball right there?
And take note how he examined that position where he has to get so that he can get on the 5 ball to go where he's going without much effort.
That's right.
And high probability. Now, see, he would have liked to have a little more angle and not relied on the draw shot to get there because he's not as controlled.
The scary part about this for him is that if he doesn't hit the 7-9, he's kind of painting himself into a corner to play safe. So you really want to open these up here.
Almost
that looks
exactly.
about right. If he can miss the 10 here, going to the in rail. I'll tell you what, he's a little thin on this ball, I believe.
Yes, he is. Because he has to go underneath the 10 now.
So
well, he can still come up.
Well, he has to shoot it through his left side of the side pocket real thick with bottom left and let it have time to catch the spin. Like that. Oh, he overdid it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now this is even worse.
Yep. It's funny how often that happens right there.
Yeah, once he got a little too straight on the 5, it made that position a little harder to get to.
Well, he was able to hit that ball on the side thicker than I thought he was gonna. So he probably got a little surprised there, but I don't know what he's gonna do here. This is, oof. Kick 2 rails off the back of the 7 and hope the cue ball runs upstream off the 7. The 7 maybe hits the 10. He might get away with this. You got to watch scratching up in the corner, of course, off the side of the 7.
Oh, he's got a quarter ball to hit. Nicely
Boy,
done.
that was great. He could not hope for anything better. And if DeLuna makes this combination, just have him sign your case. You know what I mean?
The only thing about that shot was he could have been rewarded a little better than that because he's left a very makeable combination, but it's off angle.
Oh yeah, from 8 feet away near the rail, you don't have to make this. I don't care who you are. You have to apply a little high right spin to get position. So very missable ball here. Yeah, good shot. This is what Alex Pegulayan would look like if he went to the gym every day.
I was watching Alex practice earlier, just before this match, and I didn't recognize him at first. He was a little bit far away, but he was out there hitting balls. He's here today. Be here all week.
And he caught that 7 just a tiny bit heavy. You might think, well, he just hit it too easy. Yeah, he hit it the right speed, but the 7 didn't go through the part of the pocket he anticipated. So now he's got a very missable ball, down 2-1. Huge shot here. Wow, what a great shot.
Distance on the 10 ball. This is the tough one. What do you guard against here, John, with a shot like this? Corner pocket scratch, 2 rail scratch?
Yeah, missing, scratching, miscuing, skids. I mean, other than that, it's pretty easy.
And on and on. Now, if you're thinking about that, you got to be in trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
you got to use your instincts here and point and go.
You got to get that noise out of your head. Nice shot by DeLuna. Cue ball. See, he's headed right for the drink. No speed.
That was a great out. Made some great shots there. The 8 was great. 10 was great. Nice shoot.
And we're tied at 2. Keep in mind, we are sponsored by Predator Group, Kamui, the title sponsor of this tournament, Little Monster, Ben Billiards. Angela Williams is your referee. She's racking with the Predator Aerorack. And it's hand racked from design. The magic racks and things like that they use, it's too predictable. This makes the break a little more unpredictable.
Oh, wait, yeah.
And levels the playing field on the break.
I think he's going to gear up and hammer these. He looks like he's getting loose here.
Yeah, watch his feet. See how high up off the table he jumps. Yeah,
This is if Bryson DeChambeau played pool. Watch this break.
Nice angle too.
Bam. Yeah, he murdered him.
And look at this. It's 3 balls.
Yeah. Might have a
3
look
balls
at the
on
3.
the break.
I can't tell. Force blocked anyway, but yeah, he blasted him. Didn't even catch it his best. He caught the top of the cue ball a little more than he wanted with some left-hand English. When he catches it on the button, it's a thing of beauty.
He has one of the hardest breaks in pool.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him punching me in the face. He can move. He's got speed.
Trying to figure out where he's going to push to. What will his opponent let him come back to the table with that he can make?
Well, the problem with doing this now, I mean, he were limited, but Snagoki will come off the left side of the 3 and try to come all the way back down behind the 9-4, maybe cut the 3 into the 5. So I don't believe that Snagoki will give this back.
Yeah.
Now the 8's a big ball, though. You got to get around that 8.
If he thins that 3 thin enough not to scratch, he should be able to.
Yeah, the cue ball should come 2 rails right towards the 9 here. Looks like he's not using much spin. He's just going to go for distance. Put him right there behind the 8. Yeah, I'm okay with that too. That's probably simpler. One of the pros playing with the wood shaft, which is almost a dying trend. Uh-oh. Did he really just cut that in? Wow. What a shot.
He didn't call it.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought he was just trying to cut it into the... I think he overcut it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that cut.
Now, one of the things I'll say in hindsight that we
Yeah.
get to see, the fact is, why wouldn't you call it? It doesn't hurt you to call the shot.
Yeah, I mean...
Even if you're playing safe, it
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess he should have, now looking back. I think he'll play safe under the 9 here, real soft. Nothing wrong with that.
Has he left a kick and stick there behind the 9?
I don't know if he could stick it, but he might. Yeah, that's what he'd like to do. He'd like to drive the purple ball to the end rail and up about to the 2nd diamond on the long rail. Well, he's going for something soft here, I think. No? Yeah, you never can tell. Everybody cues different, but he's in big trouble.
And you hear the shot clock.
Oh, this might get safe. Nice shot.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice shot.
That little bump on the 7 almost helped him quite a bit.
You know, when you rip these banks in a match, it looks cool and everything, but like the only good thing is when you shoot this bank and miss it, a lot of times the 4 runs away.
Yeah.
If you can get the cue ball down to the back rail, this is a free shot, but I think it's a stop shot. Yeah, oh, what a shot.
I like shooting
Popped
the
it
ball
right
there
in.
because if you bring the 4 ball down to the bottom rail, the 10's in play.
Yeah, I mean, they look good when they go
Yeah.
in, but boy, I'll tell you, I've missed that bank enough it always spooks me. But, you know, to play at this level, you just have to get in that offensive mindset. And when it's working, you're gonna win. That was a nice bank on the side. That's kind of a testament to how true these tables are playing. Because if they're not playing right, they're playing odd or short, you'll see guys miss a lot of banks, but I'm seeing a ton of banks go in the last few days, that people are banking real good on these things.
And we're going to have bank pool for you. 12 of the
that'll-
best players
yeah, that'll
in
be
the
fun to
country
watch.
and the world, actually. That'll be coming up in a couple days.
Yeah, everybody in that field is like, it's like the best bank pool players in the
It's a
world. It's a
monster.
monster field.
Let me see if I can find that for you and let you guys know just exactly who's playing bank pool, because there's some monsters here in Vegas. And this is a perfect time if my computer can pull this up pretty quick. Here we go. Before Angela gets done racking. Okay. 12 players, and they are Alex Pagalayan, Evan Lunda, Joshua Filler, Shane Van Boning, Billy Thorpe, Francisco Bustamante, Justin Hall, Skylar Woodward, Chip Compton, John Mora, Roberto Gomez, and Tony Chohan.
Yeah,
If
total
that
killers.
isn't a monster field, you're not going to
There's only 2 or 3 players. Well, there's maybe 6 in my mind that could be there. There's the Brian Greggs and Shannon Murphys and Mike DeLauders. But I'm gonna tell you what, you win that bank pull field, that is a real feather in your cap. That's as tough a bank pull field as I've ever seen. And Brumbeck, of course, when he's playing all the time, is unreal. Shannon Dalton, Nick Varner, you know. But the current modern guys that are out traveling and competing, that's the group I would throw up there. I'll tell you what, there's a couple in there that people might, like Evan Lunda can bank, like Unhuman, Justin Hall can. Anybody in that field could win it.
Sure. And they're doing it for $40,000.
Wow.
So stay with us for these next 7 days, and you're going to see a lot of pool.
Shot.
And with the exception of straight pool, I think you're going to see all disciplines.
Yeah, you see everything, yep.
Because you might see some 8-ball when Christina Tkach and Rubelin Amit play their Challenge of Champions. The world 10-ball champion, Christina, and the world 9-ball champion, Rubelin Amit, will be playing. And if they both win their respective championship set, they'll play a game of 8-ball.
Yeah, they both
a set of 8-ball.
They both can freaking play too. They're both like around 700 Fargos, and they just run out from everywhere. It's I think the fans will really get a kick out of seeing the female talent.
Delina looks good here in closing this first set out. Unless he overruns the ball or makes a glaring error.
Well, to make this ball and get on the 6, he has to either pinch this in and shoot the 6 down the corner, or whap this in with bottom left to get on the 6. This is missable. I think he's just pinching it in soft, maybe. Oh, that was a good shot. Yeah, that was the last real difficult shot of the rack. Now he just has to pay attention, bear down. He'll be thrilled to steal this first set, because he was a big underdog down 2-1 and kicking. Yeah, they slowed the speed down on this cloth just a touch, and I think it just plays perfect. The cue ball's reacting the way I kind of picture it from past experience. I think they've really nailed it with this cloth.
You know, he didn't look really steady. Didn't look real steady over that ball. He was stretching quite a bit.
Right, standing on one foot,
you would think still that he would get a little steadier in that. You saw the cue stick moving a lot. It wasn't quiet at all. But perfectly executed. And he's going to close out the first set.
Yeah.
Unless there's an earthquake and the table falls apart. And he'd probably still make that 10.
Great player. Yeah, he's a great player, playing with a lot of confidence. He's got a lot of table presence and pizzazz when he plays. And when he gets rolling, it could be intimidating, because he's going to shoot a lot of shots that a lot of guys would maybe duck on.
Well, we're going to go to a short little break here. Enjoy the videos, and we'll be back with you for set number 2. And we are back at the Pro Arena here at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. This is George Teachea in the booth with John Schmidt. Here's some stats over the first set. You see the table time is pretty equal. Even the overall performance by the players, the break success, they're right on line. Neither player has fouled on the break, and just right on down, let's see, neither player has fouled yet. Missed shots, they both missed a ball apparently. Ball's pocketed, rather close, but the score was 4-2. So Snegoki didn't capitalize on a couple of opportunities. Jeffrey did. Safety efficiencies, pretty equal in the first set.
And only one ball missed a piece. I mean, they both played great. Snegoki missed that ball the first rack that really cost him. That could have changed the set, that 5 ball that he expected to make. But the standard so far has been really great, world class.
It is winter break. DeLuna to break in the second set since Snegoki broke the first set. They alternate for the sets. The arena lights over the balls, you see the image there. Big break again. It didn't sound as big as the other one he hit.
He didn't catch it right. Didn't catch it solid, so it stole some energy off the hit, but I kind of hope he catches one right on the button somewhere during this match because the object balls literally try to file a restraining order against him. I mean, like, he hits them so hard, he just assaults them. I've seen him get airborne. All the object balls are jumping up off the table. It's nuts. He can really smash them.
He does have the hardest break.
Yeah. Oh, good shot. Hit it with a touch of inside. Yeah, this boy can play too. I've been going on about how great DeLuna plays. This Snegoki is a great player. He wouldn't come all the way from Poland if he wasn't. He's not here to just make friends. He's here to go deep, win this tournament, and he can. I like his game. It's really nice and simple and controlled.
Perfect mechanics.
Yeah.
Fundamentals.
Sure. No, he's a great player. You'll notice the fans at home, this is something I kind of harp on with my friends, but when you see his cue, that his chin gives you a little bit more leverage and perspective and stroke. If you look down while you're playing at home and you can't see the joint of your cue, the cue is tucked in behind you too much. You see how that joint's out front of his chin? That's what you want to see when you play.
And I'll tell you one thing, folks. John and I played about 4 years ago, I believe, and he pointed that out to me because I've been playing a lot of one pocket, and I was up over the ball. My chin was at the joint.
Well,
he told me to sit back a little bit and made a big difference.
It's like if you look at a picture on your wall in the living room and go, honey, is that picture straight? You wouldn't stand a foot from the picture. The farther back you get from the picture, the more you can see it straight. It works the same with your pull cue. And then, of course, it gives you better follow through and, power anyway. So that's just a fringe benefit.
Yeah, and to emphasize that point, I mean, even Rodney Morris told me one time, he says, if you use an open bridge, you see the whole line of the cue and the whole line of the ball when you back up. So you get a better vision of the line.
Yeah. That's why shooting off the rail, George, as you know, is so difficult because that cue ball is covered, and the cue ball is one of our aiming devices visually. Well, the rail's covering the cue ball, it steals your perspective and aim a little bit.
Perfect. And Snegoki opens up his account in the second set with a nice run in the win.
Good out.
I forgot how he came to the table. It was DeLuna's break. Was it a dry break?
I think it was a dry break,
and he ran out.
He made a really nice shot on the one to get started to the two. Pressure out. Nice job.
So with the full 10-ball run, he opened a great account because now he's breaking. And I'll watch for that 10-ball to go to that bottom left-hand corner pocket, see if it ends up close to that again. And then watch where the cue ball goes. You can tell a lot by where the cue ball goes as soon as he hits that one ball. whether it was a good break or he hit where he intended to. I see a lot of players, they'll make the break and squat the cue ball off to the side, and he gets bumped 4 times.
That's right.
A lot of them try to squat it just above the side pocket line in the middle, and that's
Yeah,
where it
that would
avoids a
be
lot of
ideal.
bumping.
Oh, that
See,
was a
right there,
square
that's
hit.
a nice
Jeez.
break.
Hammered him. Boy, how do you come up dry hitting him like that?
10 ball didn't move.
So I think we'll see a push out here.
Let's watch it again. Yeah, 10 ball hardly moved. Went forward just a hair. The 5 ball made it interesting. He can't see the 1.
Boy, you push out there. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you might end up hooking yourself. You're going to get this back if you hook. Now, okay, this will be okay. Snagoki might take this and bring the cue ball like down into traffic somewhere, but man, you almost could play this cross side and fall down below the.
You'll have nice position for the 2 if you play it cross side.
If he can get to the left side of the 1, I can't
tell from here. You're right.
I think he's flicking off the side of it, just playing safe, I would have to imagine. No, he did have he could hit it. Oh,
Yeah.
and unfortunate that it hits the point and comes back and leaves a pretty makeable ball.
Otherwise,
that's unlucky.
Exactly, because otherwise it comes down by the 8.
Yeah, and you leave like
and
no
there's
lane.
no shot. There's
Right.
a combo.
That's it. You're not rolling good when that happens. Now the problem here is if you level out and just roll this in, you're out of line on the 2. If you elevate and shoot a tough shot, well, no, he can't do that. He's just going to lag this in.
Yeah,
Take his medicine.
he'll take what he gives, and it's not a bad shot.
Right. Delicate shot here with a little inside English. Nice hit. Well, here's one of those power shots. This will be cool looking.
Does he try to stay on the right side underneath the 8 ball here?
Yeah, he's going to draw right
Yeah.
between the 9-4, I would think. Oh,
Yep,
what a
perfect.
shot.
Nice shot.
Well, he made that look easier than it was. Nice control there. Inside English, 2 rails, missed the 6.
Nice big pocket down at the top of the table there.
Well, he's
Looking good.
I kind of like him laying the cue ball right against this left long rail, because then he can come off the 6 to the end rail and fall on the 7. Just kind of personal preference here. Interesting looking little ferrule there. Yeah,
with
just
that,
like
with
that.
that stainless steel
Yeah.
ring.
Did
little
you
ring
notice
on it.
that?
I did notice that, and I was wondering.
That was cool looking.
Did I ask him? Did not.
Nice shot. I like the way he played these. This is very efficient, maximizing pocket size.
The Luna's looking good.
Oh yeah,
he's looking better
playing
than I've
great.
seen him before.
Yeah.
He's playing good.
Yeah.
2 years ago, he would have drawn that back to the side rail and up for the 8.
Yeah.
Now he's played the real simple, high percentage.
Yeah, he's a great player. You can just see he's playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of mojo, just feels good. In my career, I always felt like I was going to lose every match. You could see he just walks around the table like winning is just a formality. It's just going to happen.
Tied at 1. Well, you know, that's a lot of people, when you make a plan and you stick to your plan, you know, you don't plan to fail, you plan to succeed. So if you don't worry about the winning and just have confidence in your plan,
Yeah.
it's going to get you there.
Yeah, if you just play good and let the
Sure.
chips fall where they may, that was the approach I took.
And it also is easier on your nerves.
Well, I had a bunch of matches where I played horrific and maybe won the match, and then I've had matches where I played what I thought was good and lost the match. So
Sure.
at the end of the day, man, just show up, do your best, and see what happens.
They're looking good. Some high quality play here. Keep in mind, we also have the mixed doubles coming up. 32 teams of mixed doubles. People like Vitaly Patsuda and Christina Tkach, Kazakis and Kelly Fisher. I'll give you some more names in the next break or between racks. But it's going to be a fun tournament with the mixed doubles.
Well, there's a lot of money on the line, and we're getting down to where these matches are really starting to mean something. We're into round 3 here. This is a big set. Whoever wins this match is well on their way to going deep in the tournament, getting to that final 16 single elimination board, which they all fight for tooth and nail.
Yeah, there's $100,000 in that mixed doubles.
Mm-hmm.
$125,000 in the men's open. I mean, $400,000 on offer.
You know, George, you really got to hand it to Predator. They don't have to do any of this. They could just sell their tables and cues, keep all the money, and run and hide. What do? They hand $400,000 of it back and bring it to you live for free. I mean, this is the premier pool company, and I'm lucky to be a part of it because without Predator, pool would really be suffering.
Well, with these events they put on and everything of this nature, they're building a customer base.
Right. Yeah, I wish I could have started my career 25 years ago with these cues. These cues today play better and easier than anything I've ever used.
I thought he just might jump that shot. Yeah. He's not going to like it.
No.
Jeffrey's kind of like, Jeffrey, there's no praying in pool. Doesn't work.
Yeah, pool can turn you religious. Hill, I start talking to God.
I always kid and I'll say, no, this is the devil's game.
Yeah.
Praying doesn't help.
Two jump shots in a row. I tell you what, in 30 years, I don't know if I've seen 2 jump shots in a row go in. Maybe once or twice I might have, but that's pretty rare.
There's a tournament that Federer was in, and I think he shoots 2 or 3 in a row.
I saw that video. Yeah, 2 or 3 in a row. I was like,
beautiful shots. That's right. I'll tell you another interesting team in the mixed doubles: Francisco Bustamante and Rubelin Amit.
Oh yeah, how do you like drawing them 2 killers?
It's as good as drawing Efren and Rubelin. Yeah. Wow. I thought we might have a small chance of seeing Efren here. I really did when I first started seeing the fields.
He still loves to play and see people and travel.
It would have been it would have been amazing to see him here.
It's not weightlifting. You can play the game well into your 70s and 80s.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, I mean, Efren at 68 years old got like 3rd in the one pocket at the Derby.
Efren is now 70.
Oh, he's 70, okay.
Yeah, he's 2 years younger. That's how I keep track of his age. A lot of beeping going on.
That one got away from him a little bit. I don't think he was trying to do that. For a player of his caliber, that one there surprised him a little bit. Big shot here. This figures to win the rack if you can punch this in. This is the toughest shot he's probably going to face this rack. So he's really going to focus here. Wow, what a shot. Hammered it in. And off the rail.
I was wondering if he was going to play it that way or try to hold it. And to me, it looked so hard to hold.
Oh, just speared it right in there.
Well, I'm going to have to say, DeLuna seems like he's in stroke.
Oh, yeah.
Dead stroke.
Yeah, he's a great player. And he's going to have to fall underneath the 7. Nothing wrong with that. It's not ideal. It could add a little bit of difficulty that he didn't anticipate. He thought it would come to the other side maybe. Okay, this is good. Now at the speed he has to hit this to bounce out for the, what he'll do is he'll just take the cut on the 8 because you don't want to murder this. Oh, he might even be able to play it in the side. No, yeah, see how he just kind of went slow so he didn't miss the 7? Very smart. It's bottom left English. Nice shot. He's in total control.
He's got a slight angle. Is it enough to slide? Yes, he can. He just goes
You know,
right around.
you know, George, I hear people say stuff about, you know, certain players like, I'm surprised this guy hasn't won this and hasn't done that. And like, this isn't like the old days where there's 8 great players and you should have 30 wins under your belt. In today's day and age, you can be a professional pool player and your best finish can be a 2nd or a 4th. And you're still a legitimate great player. To just win multiple events now is damn near impossible.
Well, there's 13 players in this tournament with 800 or higher followers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's 28 players from 780 and above, which are all world-class players.
So back in the day where every 3rd tournament you went to, you should win, those days are over. Now a 4th place is a good tournament. And it's like golf, you know.
Some of the stats to take a look at here. Let's go by the match. Things are still very, very tight. It's just tight. The score is 2-1. So basically there's 3 games difference between the players in the 2 sets. And the numbers are rather close all the way across. Not too far off.
No, they both look good. Snagoki's just had that one miss on the 5 and maybe a safety that got away from him. But DeLuna has played unbelievable, had the momentum. I mean, you know, and the way he's playing, yeah, he's going to win a lot of matches. There's nothing you can do to stop a guy when he's rolling like this.
Yeah. If we see that break again, it took 6 kisses to get that 2-ball into the side pocket. He had a lot of action in the middle of the table. All the balls crossing back and forth. There's Angela Williams, our referee. She's traveled the world now. She's been in New Zealand and Austria. She made another trip across the pond right after the New Zealand. And she does play on the WPBA tour around the United States, the Women's Professional Billiard Association. We have the women coming up here. I think it starts tomorrow. 64 of the best women in the world playing 10-ball. You know, we don't have the world 10-ball this year here. It's going to be in Vietnam towards the end of September. But we have 2 great tournaments. This one right here that you're watching, and the women's. We also have the juniors. And we have Jeffrey DeLuna walking circles around the table. Dead eye, dead stroke.
I believe he'll power draw this to where he's standing with bottom. Well, no, he's going forward with high right.
It's going to go towards the 8.
Yeah, get out in the middle of the table. There you go. Now 3 rails to the 7. Now this can get away from you easily, but this is his best option.
And there's traffic. He could bump the 8 coming around and get behind the 9 or the 10. So he's going to have to, you know, cross his T's and dot his I's here.
I like hitting this with inside English and going 3 rails around the 8. With the new cloth, it should let go enough. It just depends on how thick or thin you hit this. Now he caught it thick. So, yeah, he meant to come around a little more. Caught it a little heavy. Which is bound to happen, you know, you're spinning your ball like that. It's hard enough just to make the ball without picking the exact side of the pocket you're going to shoot it in. If pool was that easy, we'd all just quit.
It'd be boring.
Yeah, no, the game's so hard that, you know, you're never going to master it.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. Ten ball in the corner pocket, I hear the referee saying. And DeLuna obliges and sinks it for his third win of
great
this
run out.
set.
Yep, playing great.
3-1. One game from closing out the set and sending Mateos over. I failed to mention this is a winner's qualification round. So if you're going to lose a set or a match in this format, this is the one you want to lose, because you just have to play one more match to get back into the final 32, and it goes into single elimination. So this isn't that bleak of a thing as to lose this set here. You just play one more and you can still find your way into the final 32 and level the playing field. And right after this, we'll come up with a loser qualification match. So the loser here will be playing at 4 p.m. The winner will wait till we start the final 32, which will be tomorrow, I believe. Oh, it looks dry to me.
Yeah, a little unfortunate for Snagoki. That one laid down on that end rail, so he's got a tough starter shot. Nothing's really going right. Can't get the momentum. Because there's days where that one will lay right in front of the hole. You run out, look like a genius, kiss baby, sign autographs. Everything's good.
I see one bright spot. If he cuts this in, he doesn't have to worry about scratching in the bottom left.
Yeah, he's going to try to spin this with a bunch of left. And he figures to make it because the one's just off the rail. Pretty high percentage chance to make this ball.
And with the 5 ball there, it makes it a high percentage of success here because you don't have to worry about that scratch.
Yeah.
Okay, right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Yeah, this will make a real good one here.
Stop shot, because I think the 3 ball goes by the 9, and after that it opens up.
Wait, yeah, but I believe his cue ball's moving to his left towards the rail a little. This is tricky.
He's just going to draw this to the left.
Maybe.
Yeah, just right there.
Oh, nice shot.
There we go. And now he's got the perfect angle to go into the 7 to make sure he finds that little window. This is looking good for Snagoki.
Good shot there.
I like the fact that he went through that ball and rail and out instead of trying to bump the 7.
Yeah, if you can avoid the 7, that's what you choose to do for sure. Sometimes you can't. This is the key shot. You have to hit your mark here, or it's
yeah, he's got to come up
nighty-night.
In line with that 9 ball and the 5 ball. If you can get right between them, you got the perfect angle for the 5.
Good shot.
And he's found it.
Boy, he almost went a little too far, but short would have been dead. Now just come up above the imaginary line on the 6 on the side so that you can fall towards, yeah, it's perfect. Now he can fall towards the 7 in the other side. Same thing here. You want to just get past that line on the 7 so you can move to the 8 with ease. Not looking to slam the cue ball around the table. Up. Go. Okay, good shot. Very nice touch. sometimes I start oohing and on about how great one player plays. But this guy right here is a killer. And it would not surprise me if he turns his whole match around here. He has the talent. He has the resume. Nice shot.
Do you just go ahead and bump the 10 here?
No, don't bump it.
He's going to have a hard time.
No, he's going
to draw.
Yeah, he'll slide over and shoot the 10 in the same pocket.
Oh, okay. I thought he might draw to the side and come back out. But
yeah, nice shot.
I like that better.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to bump the 10 for sure, George. Absolutely. But right there, you want to avoid it if you can. Nice out under the pressure with De Luna on the hill.
And in these short races, it doesn't take much to catch up. He was down 3-1. It's now 3-2, and he's breaking. We could easily have a hill-hill match.
No, he made a very courageous out there. He punched in that tough 2-ball or 3-ball, and he showed a lot of heart there to get out. Been very easy to just say, De Luna's rolling. I'm just gonna take my lumps today. But now he's fighting.
Okay, I promised you guys some names in that mixed doubles. Marco Tucher, April Larson, Cristina Tkach, Vitali Patsuda, Jose Alberto Delgado, and Maite Ropero from Spain. Alex Kazakis and Kelly Fisher.
That Delgado played the first
Ho
round.
Jun Kwon and Harin Lee. Now Yuki Oi, that's going to be entertaining, and Sakura Muramatsu. Sylvain Hingras and Veronica Menard from Canada, both of them. Roberto Gomez, Cristina Zalteva, Bulgaria and the Philippines. Joshua Filler, of course, with his wife Pia Filler. That's quite the team to beat.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that's got chemistry.
I'll tell you, John Mora and Ashley Benoit, Chia Chen Se and Wang Ling Wang from Chinese Taipei. Emil Andre Gangflot and Nina Torvund. That's going to be a great team. Young players there. Soon Eun Kim and Yoonmi Lim, Chinese Taipei. Oops, I'm sorry, it's South Korea. And back to this match. I'll bring you some more names in a little bit. Oh, here's one. Junling Chang and Cho Che-yu.
Well, what about John Schmidt, Bobby Chamberlain? That'd be a solid team.
Well, one of you is going to have to wear a skirt.
What a shot there.
Who's wearing the skirt?
That was a good shot. He played the billiard, and now he's got kind of a free bank. Man, he's just doing everything right. The 3's covered up by the 9. So the way he's playing, though, he figures to probably make this bank because he can just do no wrong. Wham, dead center.
Hall of Famer Ralph Suke.
Yeah,
and
great
Bojana
player.
Srirac.
Yeah.
Mika Eminen, Carolina Pau, Daniel Masil, and Soa Soa.
I haven't seen a bad team yet. They all could win. Now you might get to see a power spin. Try to get to this 3-ball some kind of way. I don't know if he can cheat the pocket enough here, George, to do anything with the cue ball, but if anybody can do it, it's this guy. Oh, watch this. He's going to hammer draw this thing. He's going to cheat the pocket through the left side of the hole with bottom right spin and force the cue ball to the short rail before the draw takes. No, he was able to hold it thick. Okay, good shot.
It's that spinning, he's going to get behind the 5. Oh, he killed it.
He got more out of that than I thought he could. Nice shot.
With that power stroke.
Yeah, he's got such a big stroke.
I believe he plays with the J Flowers.
Yeah, it's fun seeing that cue ball spin around like that. It's pretty. Oh, just, well, that is the break Shigaki needed. Oh, man.
That means you may get a lot more pool.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll be at Hill, and you'll have a chance to win that set to send us to a third and deciding set.
Combinations are so evil. They just look so easy, but you can miss the easiest little combo. And that one wasn't easy. But yeah, it's usually what you'll see stop a top player is those little combinations are about the only time that in straight pull especially, almost all the big runs end on a little combination.
What looked to be real easy and all of a
Yeah.
sudden didn't go in.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to make them half the time or 7 out of 10, but that's the shot that'll stop you a lot of times.
You know, John, something you don't know about me is straight pull used to be my favorite game.
Oh, okay.
Then I turned 21 and started playing 9-ball.
Right.
That was in the 1800s.
It usually goes the other way. You start playing 9-ball, and then you get older, and you take up straight pull. We're going to have a hill
just
here.
the other way for me. Almost had a chance to play Willie Mosconi in exhibition.
Oh, really?
At the University of
Oh,
Arizona.
that would have been cool. Yeah, my buddy Doug that racked for me a lot, he used to rack for Mosconi all the time at the exhibitions. He was in his early 20s. He's seen Willie play 100 times. He told me some cool stories. Nice out here, had to have it.
And now we have to root for Snigoki so we can see more pool instead of just one more game.
Right.
Tied at 3. Let's see if I can bring you a few more names of that little group we were talking about. We were at Joshua Filler. You were there already. John Mora. Come on, give me some more names. Kunlin Wu and Han Yu. Han Yu is one heck of a lady player. Wow, my lord. Juling Chang and Cho. Chang and Cho.
China.
Max Lechner. And who was his partner?
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Austrian player.
My computer just failed me. I failed with it, let's put it that way.
It's a must-have rack for Snigoki here. A lot of pressure on him. DeLuna has a free barrel here. He doesn't.
Yeah, I'll play with it later.
Well, he'll be okay with this. He didn't leave something straightforward for DeLuna.
You know, I've learned over the years playing pool that the body English just
Yeah,
doesn't
help.
work at the
I
table.
wish it did. Elaine Martell thinks it does. The dancing bear, he moves around, but yeah, it doesn't help, does it?
No.
The golfers do it too.
Yep.
We all do it, but it really doesn't do anything. Feels like it does though.
Well, it's kind of natural. I mean, the folks at home should get a kick out of this. John and I are sitting next to a monitor with a monitor, and we'll lean over to look around the ball.
Right.
How much sense does that make?
Now I would think I would come off the left side of this one with left-hand English and go 2 rails around the 9, down behind the 8-7, and the 1 will kind of come over by the 2-6. But that all sounds good. Hard to do.
Can you just overall? Well, the 1 ball's on. I was mistakenly. I was thinking the 9 ball was the 1, and
yeah, I would think he's going to try to put the cue ball down by the 8 here, but it all depends on how thick you get this 1.
Look how close he is to the ball with his cue stick, with his tip.
I'll tell you, he used to foul almost once a match doing that was Cliff Joyner. He put his tip closer to the cue ball than anybody. And I mean, I played him 100 times. About once a day, you're going to get ball in hand where he just,
wow,
or he'd take a foul accidentally. And then Bustamani's the other way. You could build a Walmart in between his tip and the cue ball. It addresses like way back behind it. He says he can see the cue ball better. Good shot. right behind the 8
Oh,
possibly.
this is
If it'll turn. Oh, what
in
a
his
shot.
mind that was perfect. I mean, that is
Yeah.
a beautiful safety when you execute that.
Yeah. Sengoki with all the pressure here. Yeah, he's got a 2-rail lane though. He might be able to hit this ball. Some right hand English and hope for the best. Nice shot.
This is.
If it'll get to the end rail, yep, he's in good shape.
Yeah,
you can spin this in and go right towards the 2. This one though is off the rail enough to where the rail first spinning isn't as simple.
Well, the pocket's so close that even if he catches it rail first and catches it, on the
Yeah.
underside, it looks like it still stays in the pocket.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll bend the rubber in a little bit here and get behind the one too much.
And look at all that spin he has.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Away.
He hit, but it's a tricky shot. Kind of got away with it too. Oh boy, he got away with one there.
How's the initial the one rail kick here?
Actually, it's laying about as good as you could hope. You almost couldn't miss it
and with
unless you hammer it. Yeah.
And with good speed, he stays on the 2.
The problem is hitting this at like rolling speed.
Right.
It's going to lengthen out. He's going to elevate and shorten it up with speed. Good shot. Oh, catch the 5. Look at this shot. Oh my goodness.
I thought he might either catch the 5 or the 7.
He's in the
Looking
driver's
good.
seat. Yeah.
From 3 to 1 down, we're tied to 3, and he's at the table with pretty much the key shot right here to win the game.
That's the first decent roll he's had, and it was a very good time because that was huge. He should get out now. He could get out anyway. I never say he should. I don't like to make pool sound.
Well, you got to hold your nerve, and you got to stay right with it.
Right. The 4 to the 5 is tricky. If you get too thin on the 4, now it'll get interesting. He'd like to come down there kind of heavy on this 4 to control the path to the 5. Now, see, now he's thin on this ball, and getting to the 5 is going to have his full attention. It's doable, but difficult. Looks about right. Nice shot.
He's treetop, but fortunately it doesn't require much to move the cue ball. He just follows it a hair. So you can just roll it in. All ball fouls.
Yeah, be careful.
And when you're that elevated, it's easy to miss that ball.
And I'll tell you what, this shot here, this cue ball is going to be moving to his right a little bit, and he's going to be more thin on the 7 than he'd like.
He needs to remember he has an extension. He gives him 30 seconds more, so he shouldn't worry about running there.
Yeah, see, he's going to be a lot more thin on this ball. This is a missable ball here. It's not so tough when you're at home in your garage, but when it's hill on a television match playing a DeLuna, this is terrifying looking. Great shot under the pressure. Oh no, don't come up short here. Oh my goodness.
He did.
Well, that's disappointing.
Now, it looks like it can be spun in, but he's going to have to jump.
Oh, he's got to be sick coming up short there.
And it's funny because the English usually carries you past that 10.
Yeah, your brain's just saying, hey, just make this ball and position built in and get hooked. These players today, though, they make a high percentage of these jumps. This is missable because you're aiming from the hip. Wow, what a shot.
Yeah,
what a shot under the circumstances.
He's faced with a harder shot than what he just had.
That's right. This is missable as can be.
And this is for the set to force a third and deciding set, or we don't even want to think of that consequence.
I mean, this guy's such a great player. He'll probably punch this in, but I've seen a million of these missed in my life. It's a tough shot, folks. That's why we play this game, because it's always a challenge.
Half inch.
Yeah.
He was half inch away from winning that.
Yeah, and there was
second
just
set.
a ton of heat on him there too.
Yeah. This is a tight little pocket for this 9-ball on this side.
Sure, all this is missable if you flinch a little bit. These tables roll so good, though, that you can shoot those Amakamu.
And this
That's
10-ball.
disappointing for Snagoki there. DeLuna played amazing. They both made a lot of great shots. Fun match, George. Thanks for having me.
It's great having you here, John. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a great match you were just privileged to watch. We were all privileged to watch. Unfortunately, he has another match to get to the final 32. DeLuna is already there. That was John Schmidt and George Stachab bringing you the live action. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We've got a lot more pool for you. Stay tuned with us.
Hello and welcome to the Predator Junior Series quarterfinals between Sophia Mast and Payne McBride. I'm here with John Schmidt, former U.S. Open champion and Moscone Cup team member. It's going to be a good one, John.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this, and it's my first chance to watch these little whippersnappers play. You and I were just talking about this young girl, Sophia Mast, made it to what, the quarterfinals in the World Championship?
She did amazing.
Unbelievable.
I mean, she's under 18, and to make the quarterfinals is the strongest result from a young female from the States in a long time.
Yes. And to be frank, Payne doesn't have to win this match.
No,
like, she could beat him.
Yeah, he's 40 points ahead in Fargo, so coming in as the on-paper favorite, but she's more than capable.
Right.
Best of 3 sets, race to 4. The third set goes to the hill. We'll be going to a shootout. Single knockout, quarterfinal stage of the tournament. Payne won the leg. He's playing a lot. He plays in all the Junior American Series. He plays in all the men's, whatever men's event he can get into. Up-and-coming player.
Wow, he's representing Pods. That's a major corporation. Holy cow.
What is it?
Pods is like,
Yeah.
you know, the moving company where you they set the big box in front of your house, you pack it, and then they ship it on a truck.
Good for him.
It's
That's
oh
good
yeah.
to see
Oh,
outside
absolutely.
the industry sponsors. That's great. Good break. Hit him square. 6 ball down. Straight on the 1. Got some angle going to the right here. He's going to have to weave between the 7. Over for the 2.
And really, the 2 to the 3 to the 4 connect nicely. 4 to the
the
5
5.
connect. Yeah,
Let's keep going 7.
this is a big shot right here.
Yeah, first 5 balls going to be there if he gets here on the 2. Oh, I thought it was a draw.
Yeah.
A little short, but he's okay.
Yeah,
2
this will
rails.
work.
Yeah, 2 rows across now.
Well, you know, these sponsors, I think, and I think you would agree, Eric, normally they go to another sport and it costs them $6 million to sponsor somebody. You're getting a lot of TV time putting your company's name on these players' shirts
Great call.
for much less money. Great bang for the buck for the sponsors.
Yeah.
He's going to want to get heavy enough on the 3 to just, yep, he can hold, I believe, for the 4.
It's close. He might have to run into the 8. The natural angle is playing towards the 8 anyways.
Yeah.
He can still roll at it.
I think so. I would like to turn this in real heavy with left-hand English, shoot it through the thick part of the side pocket. If I could avoid the 8, that would be nice. Nice shot there.
Go to the first rack here. 2 females in the tournament. Savannah Easton's in the tournament as well. She won her first round. She's playing at this time slot. Big match in the junior tournament is Adrian Passad versus Lazaro Martinez happening at this time as well.
Yeah, those are 2 of the favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's 2 titans clashing for the tournament win. Man, that Lazaro Martinez is like a 740 Fargo at 17 years old,
No kidding.
or something crazy. Just
It is.
unbelievable.
Good start for Payne here.
Holds the cue nice and light in the back. Do you like that?
That
No.
space between the
You-
web of your
Yeah.
hand and the cue, it's not my favorite.
Okay.
But a lot of good
No.
players do it. I mean,
Yeah, I
it-
was curious of your thoughts there.
Yeah, I mean, it promotes holding the cue lightly, which is obviously a
Which
good-
it has some pros and cons. Yeah,
Yeah, but to me, what I teach, put the web of your hand
Yeah.
on the cue.
yeah. So the cue doesn't move back and forth, left
That's
and right.
my
Yeah,
feeling
I agree
about
with
it.
that too.
Yeah,
But try to hold the cue light still.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's your
that's how you
feel
do
on your
it.
grip, there's good players that
Now he has to make a pretty nice shot here, right, Eric? I mean, you have to kind of hit this with a high right-hand cue ball, or your cue ball is going to track towards the bottom rail, and you'd be tough on the 9.
Yeah, and he's
This-
off the rail.
Yeah,
so
this
he's
looks straightforward, but it's not.
gonna have to judge him swerve off the rail.
Exactly.
I agree. I like playing just right, but you got to judge the swerve here.
And to those who are not familiar with that, when we say swerve, we mean the spin curve. So we've just called it swerve our whole career. And it's what makes pool so difficult.
Like if he's going to miss this, he's going to overcut.
Oh, almost every time.
Good shot.
It was a good shot. Well, he's in trouble again. Froze to the rail, cutting the ball backwards. Super difficult shot.
Going to have to leave distance on the 10 here. I would never go around, would you,
No,
John?
no,
just
buddy. I
such
would
a-
try to just roll this in, say a prayer, and take the long shot on the 10. This is tough enough. Great shot.
Okay, it's last ball. A little out of line in the end of the rack, but he's there.
Well, I've missed a million of these. He'll be happy to punch this in.
Drawing it.
Yeah, that takes guts.
Shows confidence.
Playing shape on the 11 ball. Oh, just fractionally heavy, but gonna leave Sophia difficult.
Does it freeze?
Wow.
Would make the bank a lot tougher if it does.
Oh yeah,
I
that's.
think she's on the bank here.
She's thrilled to see that he missed that, but when you miss a ball like that and leave somebody tough and then steal the game anyway, that's a big roll for Payne right there.
I have to see how close the 10 is to the rail. It's pretty close, but the
Yeah,
bank's available. She's got to go.
She's got to go, right, Eric, because the safe is so difficult. Well, this might get safe if he can get past the side. Gonna force him to bank it.
And a little long on the bank? No, it's okay.
It's actually laying pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, you gotta go here. The great players will make these a high percentage of the time, but your first try attempt is a little different than if he shot this bank 8 in a row.
Right.
So can you make it right now when you need it? Wow, he sure did.
So McBride takes the first rack after a decent roll after missing the 10. Mast had no option there. She had to bank at it.
If I had to put a Fargo on Payne's beard, it's about a 750. Not bad for a youngster.
Yeah. Mast coming in from Florida. McBride from Indiana. Florida's always been a hotbed of pool.
Oh, it has. Yeah, I used to live down there, and it's a lot of people that love the game. We had the Florida tour. I mean, you didn't even have to leave the state, and you could play in all kind of tournaments.
Yeah. And Indiana's like close to a lot of Midwest states, like not a far drive. You can get to a lot of tournaments within a decent driving distance. Hit the break well in the first rack, along with the same approach here.
Using the BK Rush break cue, the best break cue on earth, in my opinion. And he hammered him.
Yeah, 8-ball on the side, caught a little fall in the cue ball, popped them nice. Combo's too tough here, gonna be looking for safe options.
Well, I don't see anything easy to do here. This is a tough spot to play safe from. He called the 7?
Tough.
Wow.
I don't
Well, I
mind running the cue ball behind the 7.
Yeah.
That's a call
well,
in.
I like coming off the right side of the 1 and running all the way back down behind the 10 or something like that, but I can't imagine playing this combination.
Oh, maybe he's like a carom, and
Oh,
just
okay.
in case call. Oh, kind of looks like he's going at it.
Wow, he almost
Good
made
try.
it too.
That's what's so tough about combos, though. He hit it well. It's just so tough. That's gonna be on a jump here. Should be calling the 7.
Most likely using the air rush jump cue. Yes. Oh,
Got
what a
it.
shot.
There you go. And straight in on the one. What a shot.
Found my new Scotch doubles partner.
Well, so she had a great tournament in Puerto Rico. She made it to the quarterfinals of the Women's World Championships, but she also made it to the semifinals of the mixed doubles with a average partner.
Wow.
And so,
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
she's
it was
talented,
a
yeah.
world-class field. You know, like
Right.
the best players from all over the world. They made it to the semifinals.
Yeah, it's hard for us to articulate to the people listening at home how good it is for her to make the quarterfinals of the World Championship. I mean, she was playing probably the best Chinese Taipei players and just killer field.
Yeah, so real promising future, and she'll be looking to take down this junior title. I mean, you can see by that shot there, she
looks good over the
definite
ball.
threat.
I always like it when I'm looking straight on and I see their elbow up over the top of the cue. Just the lines kind of make sense to my eye.
Yep.
I know there's other ways to do it. You could tuck your elbow in and do it, but she looks good over the ball. Just doesn't look like she's going to miss.
Definitely.
Nice little shot there with inside English. Well, this is another youngster I'm looking to avoid on the flow chart. She can beat you.
2 rails around here. Soft stun. Gonna go high, maybe play the short side.
Right. Oh, smooth it right in there.
Kind of in between here on the 5.
Oh, yeah, this is tough. Ugh. What can she do here?
Is the natural angle thin enough that you can play just high? I feel like you're running into the 6.
Yeah, I mean, the only other shot is sort of a exhibition stroke where you power draw it and zigzag across the table twice. But I don't like that either.
I mean, if you run into the 6, it's not the end of the world. There's only 3 balls left.
Right, and the 9's right there if you knock the 6 in. Yeah, difficult shot. Oh, she used inside English on that.
Yeah.
Or cut it so thin maybe it looked like she did. Well, she'd be disappointed with that. It was a tough shot.
Yeah. Chance for McBride to take the early lead in the first set here. He's going to be stuck on the rail.
You know, sometimes I regret this, but I might play this ball rail first to get my cue ball to the end rail so that the 9 is easy. Because when you shoot and stop your ball here, now you really have to do something with the 9. You're not going to miss the rail first any more often than you would miss the 9. See, now, this is okay. He hit it good and kind of cheated the pocket out.
Yeah, he did well to get off the rail
yes. This is where I usually draw it right in the side. Take the subway. Got to be careful to not scratch. Again, a little high right English adds difficulty. Oh, he's in dead stroke.
He's improving. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can see from the first 2 racks, you know, it's proper execution.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he's at every tournament he can get his hands on. I mean, he's going to be a killer.
So McBride with rack number 2, 2-0 lead now.
He's a nice young man, very likable, very approachable. My friend Tyrell Blowers, I believe, we're rooming with him and his family this week, and so if Ty likes you, we know you're a good dude. It's a big family out here. Everybody knows everybody, and we all travel around and see each other at the tournaments. And a lot of competitiveness, but deep down, it's one big pool family. I've known you, Eric, what, about 20 years?
Yeah.
Maybe 18 years?
Yeah, yeah. First time I ever saw you was, I doubt you remember this, you'd have to have a good memory, but there was a tournament in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh,
And,
yeah. That was
the owner's
that was
name
a
was
big deal.
Wayne Araki.
Yes.
And back in the day, it was a decent sized tournament. It was
Yes.
only about 10,000 first prize or something, but
Yeah.
for back in the day, it was enough, and all the
Oh,
best players
yeah.
in Canada came. Do you remember who won the tournament?
I actually won that tournament 2 years in a row, but the first
Okay,
year,
you remember.
yeah, I do remember. That was a big thing, and then they almost didn't let me out of the country with the money.
Oh, yeah?
That's a story I don't have time for, but
Okay.
I was scared to death dealing with them border agents. Please don't take my little tournament winnings here, Yeah, but
I remember
yeah,
you
that was about 20 years ago when
played
I
a
met you.
challenge match with Brady Golan,
Yes,
too. Oh, yeah, you
yes.
have good
Oh,
memory, Joe.
yeah,
I
sure.
mean, I'm surprised I remember that,
Yeah,
too.
I played Frenchie. I played
Yeah,
Frenchie and Ada headset for 3,000. That was pretty exciting.
Nice.
He was a character.
Yeah.
Easy 2-ball. Easy.
Big wall of balls over on the left side of the table. He'll be looking to run the cue ball at that stack.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. You're saying come off the right side of the 2 and put the cue ball kind of down by that piece of chalk where he's standing. Yeah, I like that.
Outside the 7-8. Can't risk really going between the 3-8. Too light.
Well, for the listeners at home, if you're not familiar with Eric, you know, he is a world-class player, does a lot of lesson work, great instructor. So if you're ever, you're up in Toronto, right, area. So if you're in the Toronto area and you need help with your game, you could not go wrong seeing Eric.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Oh, easy cue ball, nice shot. Oh, did she pocket a ball there on that shot though? I think she nibbled in the 6, and now he can make her shoot again, right? Oh yeah, he'll give this back.
Yeah. Unfortunate roll there.
Yes. He's double checking.
So space between the 3-5. That'd be the easiest kick.
Yeah, it'd be nice for her if it was. She'd be happy to have that gap.
Yeah, she's there, calling the corner. Lots of balls left on the table, possible to get safe, but this is a big shot here in this first set.
Oh, this will work. No. Yeah, I think this will be okay. Wow.
Half ball kick here, running the cue ball at that stack again. Don't think he has the right edge. If he does, he might consider something else. Yeah, he's on the rail.
Right idea. Just caught it a fraction heavier than he wanted.
Yeah, there's a chance that Mass needed here in game 3. Tough opener.
Yeah. Looks easy, quite missable. I don't know about you, Eric, but when I shoot these shots, I really just say to myself, hold still and don't rush the backswing. Because when I'm under pressure, I want to jump out of my own skin on that shot. But it's key to just hold still and don't move. It's not going to help the ball go in.
And kind of keep the speed down as much as you can, right? I mean, it's an easy shot to kind of just like
throw it and just try to rip it,
overhit it. But keeping the speed down there is a big advantage.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I can like overhit it before something bad happens, and it doesn't help. Smooth it in.
You like coming to the right side of the table, kind of like to the left of where the cue ball is now?
Yeah, I mean, drawing around with bottom right hand and getting in the middle of the table is probably the shot. That way you can see the 5 for a long amount of time. Oh, no, this is good. Nice touch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Can go 2 rails across for the 7 on the side or play into the 8.
You know, I kind of like playing pocket speed and going into the 8 with a high right ball because I think your make percentage would be better than a high left-hand cue ball at high speed. You know, there's more deflection and push. I really favor making the pocket play bigger and going into the 8.
Well, and the 7's pretty sharp in the side too,
exactly.
So I think she's going to go into the 8 here.
tell my friends at home that if you're looking at a clock on the cue ball, like 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock is your friend on these kind of shots, because it helps the cue ball leave your tip in a straight line while retaining the side spin. That's what she did right there.
That
She
was
had a real
interesting.
nice.
Less spin there. That's a smart shot, actually.
Yes.
We didn't. She outthought us there. I don't mind.
She just decided to go into the ball, so her
Yeah.
make percentage was higher.
Good shot.
Absolutely.
Looking good in rack number 3 here.
Yes.
This promised to be a highly contested match.
Yeah, it's good to see 2 young American players playing so good. This is such a rarity. In the last 20 years I've been around pool, you just don't see these youngsters from America taking the game this seriously, and I think it's great.
Well, and the American Junior Series is a big part of that development too. They have about six events throughout the year. Raw Hanna helping out with that. Predator back in the tour.
Yeah, that's great what Raw does. That's exactly right. Oh, look at this speed. Easy. Nice shot.
Good enough. Shot.
And she's got a nice table presence. Very easy going. Doesn't seem to get too excited. Just takes her time. Focuses on what she's doing. Get in there. Nice
Very
out. Nice out, young lady.
Crowd starting to form here. Getting into midweek. Teams coming in for the amateur championships. Full house here on the main table. Gonna also have the semifinals of the junior tournament today. Men's Las Vegas Open continuing action. They're down to the final 32 now.
Yeah, things are getting serious now.
Yeah, winners of that round will advance to the final 16, which will put them into the final 32 redraw. Unassuming, these little champions.
I know. I love the look of that BK Rush break here. That pink and black.
Yeah.
That pops. That looks good. I really like the simple contemporary look of the modern cues. There's just two-tone, not a bunch of inlays. Like my blue BK Rush, I just think it looks cool. I really dig her shirt. The blue and red sleeves, the
There you
red,
go.
white, and blue. That's a cool looking outfit.
Going from the opposite side of the table. Just missed the one. Nothing down. Payne might have a look at the one here. I think he does.
Oh, I just hate these shots. Frozen off the rail. Ugh. They look so easy, and you just feel like you're supposed to never miss them, but it doesn't take much to spin this out of the pocket.
Three's kind of blocked in
Absolutely.
both corners. It's available on the top left.
Yeah, he knows this is a tricky shot to get started. We need to get him like Just for Men sponsor. The beard. Watch him keep his head real still. Well, I'll tell you what, I like the way he's got that nice, long, smooth backswing. Almost comes to a pause.
I agree.
Yeah, it looks
Good
real
timing.
steady.
One in a small angle with the cue ball running to the right here, but I don't think he has it. He might be able to go into it. Again, the three looks available, but it's not available in the two most obvious pockets. Even call it the bottom left too.
Yeah,
It's really,
yeah, he's in a terrible spot.
Did he look
there.
at it in the bottom right? Is it available there?
I think it might be, Eric, but he'd have to snap draw this cue ball to get on it. I mean, how's he going to get there?
If
Is
it
he
goes
going
in the
down?
bottom right, he's okay. I think it might. I thought it initially didn't, but yeah, it does.
Oh, it
so
must
he's okay.
pass. Okay. Boy, that's an optical illusion. I sure did not think that went by the nine.
Yeah.
shot.
A little heavy on the angle here, but just focus on the pocketing. 2 rails across.
Yeah, you'd like a little bit of high left English here, right, Eric?
Yeah,
just so
throw
you
a
can
little,
land right before
yeah, a little
the
outside.
sign.
Throw the
Yeah.
ball in a bit.
Which adds difficulty, of course. If you just cut this in with a high cue ball, it's pretty routine, but with the spin, it makes it interesting. Smoothed it right in there. He kind of said, I'm not going to mess with the spin and make sure I just make it. I don't blame him one bit.
Might have to shoot the 8 in the long pocket. 9's kind of in the way of the most obvious track towards the
Right.
8 in the short pocket. He's got a little too much angle here.
Nice little drag stroke where
Yeah.
the cue ball sliding halfway there and then releases. What do you like to call that? A drag, kill?
Drag, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hit that nice.
So just for background, like if the pocketing's tougher, you want to lean towards a drag. If the pocketing's easier, you can just hit it with straight high. Like the reaction is pretty much the same as straight high, but it's just when you hit a drag, you can hit it a little more aggressively, which is a positive thing if you're trying to, if you're on a tough pocketing shot. And even that, like people would think, oh, well, that's an easy pocketing shot.
Nah,
The
that's
cue ball's
missable.
too far from the object,
Right.
so he wanted to drag at it. Smart shot.
Big shot here. Smoothed it right
Too
in.
light.
I think
It's
he's
okay.
gonna get there.
Good shot.
Just, wow, what a nice shot.
Payne's played well. I mean, just really the
Yeah.
one mistake on the 5 from Sophia, and he's looking to get on the hill here in the first set.
Yeah, if any high schoolers want to play this guy some, I would stake him. He plays good. And I
Angle
got
and
away
on the
from
rail.
now. He's got some work here.
He's also playing into a scratch here.
Right. So you have to elevate and hammer this to get the cue ball to move to the end rail. Yeah, this is tough. Oh, this is missable shooting it like this, but that's all he's got. What
Got
a
it.
shot.
Back of the pocket.
Oh no, look at
Nice
this.
cue ball too. He's okay.
Wow.
Great shot.
His Fargo should go up 13 points just from that shot. That's really hard to jack up and make those.
Nice rack from McBride, getting on the hill in the first set.
Absolutely.
He'll be breaking rack number 5.
The youngsters as a group are so much better players than they were 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I mean, the weakest player in this junior field today would have been the best player in the junior field 20 years ago.
Good call. Yeah.
And the level of play now, I really haven't got to see it. I haven't been around pool in a couple years. I'm blown away at how good these kids are playing.
Well, and a professional mentality too,
You're
right?
right.
You can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
them. You know, it's
yeah.
like they watch the top players. They
Yeah.
they emulate them to what they feel works best for them, and the next generation is just going to get stronger. And particularly American pool is looking real strong in the next 5 to 10 years. You're going to see a lot of great
Yeah,
players.
this is fun to see. And that's a testament to it's a group effort. Predator and the guy, like you say, Raw Hanna, things Mark Wilson does. Because if the juniors don't take up the game and don't feel that playing pool is a viable career or being part of the industry, then the whole, look at roller derby. Where's that at?
Sure.
You know what I mean? So you got to support the game, and to see the juniors and the parents support it and feel that it's a great thing for their kids to be involved in, I'm proud to see it.
Decent square hit there, just missing the 1. Nothing down, but Mess is going to be on a push here. you got to push for distance number one. The one's too close to the pocket. Just got to figure out where's the best area up table.
Yeah, I think I would maybe go down to the other end of the table and just leave some kind of long nick on the one.
There's like a push to a half ball kick between kind of the 7 and the long rail there, but it's tough because you got to kind of run into
I kind
the
of
8.
like this. I
Yeah,
like
this is
just
good.
going long and just, you know, not trying to overcomplicate it. You don't hook yourself. There you go. Now, I think he's going to try to drip underneath the 7.
I agree. He's calling the bank for some reason. Maybe it's a two-way, but what if you make it?
Oh, okay. Wow, this is pretty aggressive here.
I guess there's a big stack over there. He's not really trying to make it.
Yeah, I think he's going to fall over there behind him. But well, doesn't he run into the 10? I think he's going for this. Oh, no. He was able to get under him. Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Pretty close for a jump. Mass considering it. Bring your jump cue to the table here.
Oh, yeah. He had more room past the 10 than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that's enough room to jump it.
Sure.
She's going to kick, though. Tough kick.
Yeah. Oh, she's tying the 8 up in between the 7-4.
Smart shot.
Or trying
There
to
you
tie
go.
up the 4. Okay, she got the 4 tangled up.
Nothing straightforward on the breakout play. 3's pretty far from the 4, so is the 2. Can't go into it now because you'd be too far from the 2. Just play position on the 4 and play safe? I don't know.
You know,
Get underneath the 3 and try to run the cue ball at the 4?
yeah, in the old days, before my time with the rollout rules, you would go for the breakout off the 3. And nowadays, with one foul ball in hand, when you hook yourself, now you're kicking and trapped. The old game, you could roll out after you went for the breakout, hooked yourself. You could now push out again and play that cat and mouse. But with today's rules, it's not really the way to do it. And so it limits the breakout opportunities, and players won't even go for
You're
it.
always taking a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, he froze the cue ball nicely here. Took away both long rails.
The problem is with that two foul ball in hand, I mean, a race to 7 could take 3 days.
Yeah.
Because you could just roll out, and so, and it was impossible to beat the better player. You never saw upsets because there was no kicking and luck. With the one foul ball in hand, it promotes a little more, you know, everybody can win a match if they're a real good player. But back in the day, like beating Buddy Hall, a set of rollout was impossible.
I've never actually played it.
I've only
I'll
played 1 or
admit.
2 sets, but
Yeah.
you'll see real quick, it removes all the kicks and all the luck, and the better player is stealing.
So what's a big play in that game? Like you push to a spot that you think you can make the shot, but
Yeah, or
you think the
yeah,
other player can't.
and if he gives it back, let's say you're a great banker like a Billy Thorpe, he would push to a bank.
Sure.
And he'd go ahead, John, I've seen you bank, you suck.
Right.
And if I shoot it, I lose, and if I let him shoot it, I lose.
Huh. So safe's not really, it's not a part of the game at
No.
all because you can push it anytime.
You can always push, but you also can't miss and hook a guy. There's no pen, you don't get, they can't miss and hook you and still win.
Right.
Yeah, remove the luck. Oh, rollout was a heck of a way to play. They called it rollout. I mean, it's
Yeah. Mass is on 2 fouls here. He's going to have to get at this, and McBride's cut off a lot of passes. She can actually go past the 9. I think
yeah, I
she
believe
has
so. Bend it around with a little bit of left, right? Well, win or lose, she's got the coolest shirt on. I got to get one of those.
to.
Remember the old USA Mosconi Cup shirts back in the 90s where they had like the vest, the glittery red, white, and blue vest with the like the blue bow tie?
Flag on
Those
it, kind
look
of. Yeah.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a tough shot she's got here. And even if she makes it, she's going to have to get out past the 6. Oh, what a shot.
I was thinking about this too. 2 rails towards the 4.
Right. I like it.
It's a little thin, but I think she can get there.
You know, yeah, I think she can. She'd have to really dig down with bottom right-hand spin because I think her cue ball tracks more towards the corner.
Okay, just gonna play safe
Oh,
on the 4.
interesting. Okay. She sees something that I'm not seeing here.
Yeah, she's actually in tough here.
Oh, this is an awful spot.
Thin off the left side, but you're risking the scratch.
Yeah. Yeah, she's committed to it at this point. Oh, the scratch is so tough to avoid.
Randomly tied up the 4 again. So she's not dead yet, but
No.
there's no pocket for the 4.
No, I don't
she's gonna
think
be
so.
stuck
How
on-
rare is that when there's not a pocket for a ball?
on ball in hand.
Yeah, it's very rare. It
It-
might
the-
go. It might go past the
It
7.
might,
Yeah,
I just saw that. Yeah.
It does.
Pretty standard out here. McBride's played very well.
Yes, he has.
Really only 1 missed ball in the whole set. Mass missed the 5. Cost her. Did as good as she could with any chance she had. Shot.
I'll tell you what, this kid can play.
Yes.
He's like, I mean, he shoots straight. He's using side spin well. His
Timing
backswing,
looks good.
yes, timing looks real nice and not rushed. I mean, he's doing a lot right. Good shot there. Nice cue ball. Oh, don't get tree topped. Yeah, that's going to change things.
Yeah. Cue ball's moving the right way, but definitely tougher because he's over the 10.
Oh, this is super missable. Good shot.
Good shot.
Yeah, I didn't realize he played this good. This young man can dab it. And he's only going to get better. A year or 2 from now, I'm already trying to figure out my spot. Nice shot.
So McBride pretty much straight in on the last 2 balls here for the first set. Well deserved.
Well, you know, and I talked about this the other day, but to get up on camera in front of the whole pool world, I mean, really the whole pool world's watching this, and to get up and play this good in front of the whole world is
It means
pretty awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to do when you're that young, and you don't have. I remember the first few times I was like on camera playing pool. Oh, I about lost my mind.
Yeah. But they're gaining a lot of experience. I mean, you know,
Right.
even at all the American Junior Series, they're all streamed. They're
Yeah.
getting used to it. I mean, this.
Yeah,
But
he's
you're right.
been on camera more than I have.
Yeah.
I'm 100 years old.
This is a bigger stage than what those regional tours would be. But yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah, it's almost becoming commonplace for them to play on camera. When I played on AccuStats, it was a big deal to
Sure.
get on that, and it was a scary environment.
Yeah.
And now they're almost just expecting every tournament there'll be a live stream, there'll be a this.
yeah.
So, yeah, the cameras don't freak them out.
Okay, we're just going to take a short break here. Be sure to stay with us. Great set going on here. We'll be back soon. back here. Bright actually missed 2 balls. I don't particularly remember the misses, but obviously they happened. But he played good.
Oh, he made a ton of great shots. Yeah, I kind of don't remember him missing 2 balls either.
Bride's been successful on the break, 75%. 3 out of 4 breaks he made a ball.
I'm trying to think.
Getting a shot as well, 80% on the first shot. Mast had 3 fouls, mainly because McBride put her in bad spots. One was intentional. She had that in off the 4, and when McBride was on the hill. That was a slight error. She just played well. Just needs a chance here in the second set.
And Payne's pop player overall performance is 865, which from my understanding, that's pro caliber.
Super high.
Yeah, that's real good. I'd be thrilled to have played the way he's played so far.
Yep.
I'd be out there licking myself. Kim Davenport said that to me. We're playing a match. Scores like 440. He just looks at me out of the blue and goes, "You really like to lick yourself, don't you?" And I was like, "What?" I've always thought that was a funny line.
Master break in the second set here. Didn't make a ball in her only break in the first set.
Bam.
Two
She's
on
got
this
some
win.
speed.
Hit it nicely, but
Yeah.
nothing down. Gonna be tough for Payne to get on the 2 here. Way too much angle. Tough to draw into it as well because he's on the rail.
Yeah, I'm not in love with this. I don't see. Yeah, you could maybe try to nudge the 1 up over behind the 8 or something with like some middle left-hand cue ball. But you're leaving your opponent so close to the ball that no matter what you do, they usually can hurt you.
Yeah,
Oh, I see a shot here. I can't believe I overlooked it. Hit this with a high ball and kick behind the 1. The 1 comes down by the 7, and the cue ball can get behind the 6 with the high ball. It's like a 1-pocket shot. Or you could just cut it in like
now
was
play
easy.
safe.
Yeah.
Not wrong. That was a creative shot
Yeah.
you came up with there, though. Too bad he's on the rail. He's going to be tough to manufacture enough angle going to the right here if he wants to go behind the 6-8. Good shot.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
Yeah, a
couldn't
lot of
play the
good
cue
things.
ball there.
A lot of good things can happen there.
Sophia has the right long rail. Going to try to stick the cue ball behind the 8 here. Not that tough because the 2's.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you go off the long
Yeah,
rail
I'd
here?
go off the long rail. I think
Yeah.
once she gets a little more experience, she'll do that. Because now, look, she
wrong
hit
with
that.
that, though.
If you can do that every time, let's go with that. But that's a little bit harder to do than she made that look. You're usually going to have them have an edge of the 2. They're going to run long. You're going to be in a bad spot. But she did great with that.
Cue ball behind the 10 here. Maybe decent coverage with the 2 even if you don't get it.
You hit this with a little bit of right-hand spin, so when the cue ball hits the in rail, it'll kind of turn up behind the 10, I would think.
I guess you could go so thin that you
Yeah.
kind of just
Lay
lay
it
the 2 in
behind the
line
si-
with the 6.
That's right, Eric. That's exactly right. Yeah, don't try to over-engineer this. Just glance it behind the 6.
He's deciding between both shots here. You can see how he's kind of queuing around.
Isn't it nice? Look at how clean the ball stayed during the whole set with that Predator pure chalk.
Yeah.
That chalk doesn't shock all over the balls on the table. So the table reacts and plays the same throughout the whole set. And there's also not an abrasive sanding down the $500 set of pool balls every shot.
Well, it's just nice the way, you know, modern day pool is played. You can get used to
Yep,
the conditions.
that's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to play on the Predator Pro Billiard Series, you get a Predator.
Yeah, you can
9
go
foot,
home and play on the same exact. Yeah, exactly.
and you know what you're coming up with.
Yeah. Not how worn will the cloth be? How
Yeah.
grabby will the balls be? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think he's going to go for the billiard on the 9 here. Looks like it's reasonable.
I like it.
Oh,
it's a little thin.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think he can do it. Well, I can't figure out what he's doing here.
Either. I don't know if it was there.
I don't know. I think that one got away from him a little bit.
5 ball's going to be the issue for Mast here. 3's a bit of a problem as well. Doesn't really fit past the 8. She could draw back and shoot the 3 in the same pocket.
Yeah, if she could do that, that would. But look at the 5. The 5's. This is just a trick rack here. Every ball's froze to a rail.
Sharp here.
Oh.
Going to be tough to.
I think she's going behind the 6 with the cue
I
ball.
think so too. Yeah.
Nice shot. Boy, I'll tell you, she's got that look, too, of just like, I must break you. You know what I mean?
doubt,
Like, she's not messing around.
2 rails here for Payne.
Yeah.
Worst case is he kicks the 3 into the 7 and opens up the 5. So that's a bad case scenario too. You could run the cue ball into the 5.
Yes,
here.
I like you running into the 5 right now. Absolutely. And you try to go rail first off the 5, leave a shot on the 4, the 5 nudges out in front on the side.
Wow, 3 fouls. A little defensive here from Mast. Could work out.
Oh, good touch, young lady.
Got him good.
Tell you what,
here.
this isn't bad, and he won't like the next shot.
And the 3 is
Right.
near the 6 as well, so 3 fouls.
Yeah, he better hit this one.
Well, we didn't realize that she opened up the 5 doing that as well.
Right.
It's a
Yeah,
good
she
play.
accomplished a lot there. If she does get the ball on hand, she's got options. Well, that helped him right there.
Yeah.
And now she can't just tuck him behind the 6. That was the best thing he could have done if he was going to miss the ball.
Yeah, I think she's got to go offense here, but if she does get out of line, she'll know that he's on 2 fouls.
Nice shot.
Yeah. Looking good here, and she deserved to be in the lead at least 1 point in the set.
Easy 8, easy.
Tie up the 9 here. She's
Nice
okay.
shot.
Good pre-shot routine there.
Oh yeah, she sticks to her routine. Good shot. And she's steady Eddie. I mean, she just looks real calm and focused. How heroic would it be for her to come back and win this match down 4-1, playing a great player on the world stage? I mean, this would really be something for this young lady to win this match.
Yeah, and after really not having a chance in the
Right,
first set, it's like
right.
backs against the wall here. Done well in this rack. Move diagonally across here, 2 rails.
And this is a long reach for her. She's going to have trouble reaching this.
For the extension.
We're not all 6'4" like you, Eric. What are you, 6'4"?
5.
Oh, you're 6'5"? Oh, go ahead and yeah.
It's funny. I played doubles with Alex Pagulayan a couple times. And it's like you're just using the bridge every 3rd shot.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
consider it. I can reach everything.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, you are one of the tallest players. I think there's some advantages to that and some disadvantages. There's certain shots that probably feel harder to you.
Well, yeah.
Right? Because you're kind of having to bend over more to see down the shot line.
Yeah, I'll mention it in a sec here. We'll see if she can get this 10 down.
Oh, I'd love to see her make this. I have a feeling she's going to punch this in. Settle in there, girl. You can make this. Hold your head still. Relax that right hand. Smooth it in there. What a shot. What a shot.
So Mass taking the first game of the 2nd set here. Nice run out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the disadvantage for tall players is that you're longer in your body. Like you got to stand longer, and
yeah,
you know, you're just
your right hand from your bridge. The wingspan's wider, so there's more wobble room. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So if I were to pick a height for pool, I'd put it around like 5'8". You know, like let's not be too short where you gotta reach all the time, but like around 5'8". I think
that's about what I am, 5'9", and so I'm short enough, but I'm just tall enough to reach. I think I am about the right height to play pool.
Yeah. Snooker's a little, you got to be a little taller because the table's higher.
Now to pick up dates, I'm not the right height, but for pool, I'm right there.
It's funny though that all the European players coming in now, so that like the people are generally taller from Europe. So like I actually have someone to kind of model myself after. It's like, you know, back in the day, how do you even model yourself?
Yeah,
no as tall as me, right? But now there's
a lot of super tall players, right?
That's going from the side rail here. Close bridge on the side rail. She'll want to level that out. You want to put your hand flat.
Right.
Breaking.
Yeah, she'll mess with that over the years and find what really works. But I agree with you. I'd like to see her hand flat and have the cue a little flatter.
Yeah. Just hitting the cue ball more purely that way, and using the rail as more of a guide. Bride's got to put a bunch of right on this ball.
Yeah, otherwise you'll just run into the 2. So this shot's harder than it looks because you have to use side spin. See him cueing on the right side of the cue ball. Little swerve involved. What a nice shot.
Tough to see if the 6 passes in the most obvious side pocket. Real close. I believe it does go.
Yeah, that'll help him a lot if it does. Otherwise, real tricky out. Tricky enough as it is. Well, I'll tell you what he does that I really like, and maybe this is my straight pull background, but he kind of leans on pocket speed and hitting the ball softer when he can, and I feel that that's the right way to play pool. The youngsters like to hammer a lot of shots, and he uses a lot of touch.
Finesse the ball.
Right, finesse and spin, yeah.
Make the pocket bigger.
That's right.
Speed. It's okay if he just stops the cue ball where the floor is.
Then he has the angle to move from the 5 to the 6 on the side. Might go to the rail and then back out, but I definitely leave an angle. Yeah, like this. Okay, nice.
ball is going to kind of be in the way of the path back to the 9, but he's got to get good on the 6 first. He's pretty good here. Maybe going forward a little too much. Play some left, check the angle a bit. Soft draw it, maybe. That's SVB stuff there. That those
The little
air strokes.
yeah, the air strokes. Yep.
It's not wrong. I mean,
Oh no, a lot of players do that. Yeah. Good shot. Tell you what, he moves the cue ball pretty wisely. He's only shot one shot this entire match that kind of confused me, and you know that happens with any player. But he makes a lot of real smart decisions the way he runs the rack. I like how he plays.
we can go like 3 rails around and then back to the long side on the 8, or it's just that there's enough room on the left side of the table. Just
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, just come out a foot or so. Just like this. You want to be, yeah, perfect. Now he's going to hit high right English and probably hit right there where he just walked past the side pocket. And then with the new cloth, when it hits that side rail on the second rail, it'll kind of open up and let go towards the 9. Nice shot.
Good shot.
Yeah. Now I like playing this with a high right hand cue ball and turning the cue ball to the long rail, land about a foot below the side and come into the line of the 10 ball.
Want to bet he goes 1 rail?
Yeah, I don't like the 1 rail, but he might. He's got to do, yeah, he might. Oh,
It's
he
too
is.
thin.
Oh.
Maybe even 2 rails all the way up and down.
Yeah, that was thin. Yeah, going inside there would have been spooky. I don't blame him one bit.
So McBride evening up the score in the second set here. Both players play really well.
Oh, yeah. I've been blown away at the level. This kid here is like smooth as silk. I mean, he's hardly missed anything. He's made all kind of tough shots with side spin, beautiful position, playing pocket speed, correct patterns. I mean, he knows what he's doing. And she's impressed me, of course. I mean, I'm just never seen her play before, but she's awesome as well and has a bright future.
Yeah, her and Savannah are right at the top as far as the future of American women's pool.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. We need it.
Savannah's down 1 set to nothing against Eddie Vondero. I don't know him. .630 tonight will be Adrian Prasad against Lazaro Martinez and Nico Konkol against Hayden Ernst. Semifinals gonna be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The finals on Sunday at 4.
Wow. Yeah, this is when it gets interesting. When you start getting to that semifinals, boy, that is, if that doesn't get you excited.
Bride's been very successful on the break so far. Coming in at around 80%. Nothing down though, the 1 last minute. Nothing on the 2, but he'll have a chance at a safe here. Gonna play the cue ball into the 4 using the 5 as a blocker. 5-10. Oh, he's actually a little thicker than I thought. He could go offense here. It's tough.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do here. This is a lot of different, I mean, so many ways to play this shot. I'd really have to be looking down the barrel to know what I want to do here. I don't like any of it.
Nice shot.
Wow, just cuts it right in.
Unfortunate with the
What
roll
a
on the
shot.
6. There might be room along the right long rail.
Man, the amount of tough shots he's made in this match, he's really impressed me. I mean, I hope he's not offended by this, but I can't imagine he plays like this every set. Like
Sure.
this is like watching Jeffrey DeLuna play or something.
Yeah, he's playing world class.
Oh
here.
man.
But
I mean,
rising to the occasion.
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
stuff.
could anybody play this good every set?
I believe there's room for the 5 in the top left, but it's going to be hard to move the cue ball to the left. It's
Yeah.
very straight here. Might be forced to draw into it, which is an extremely tough
Oh
shot.
yeah, this just be thrilled to make this ball.
Or straight back, same pocket. Big power draw coming here from McBride.
There's zero chance I make this ball. This is super hard. When you're power drawing, oh, just right in the
Smooth it.
heart. Yeah, right
Is
in
there
the
room
heart.
in the top right?
I
Safe?
think he's gonna stick against the 10 maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, what a good shot that
Well, there's a
was.
3-ball combo.
Yeah, the way he's hitting them, he probably will play it. No, he's sticking, I think, Eric. You just got to watch the 5 going in the side pocket. Oh, there you go. Nice shot.
Yeah, he's stuck her right on the ball a
Man.
couple times now.
He's played good.
Does have the left long rail. If you end up hitting the kind of top bottom side of the 5, you could run the cue ball towards the 6-7.
What is his Fargo? Would you say about 700?
680.
Oh, so he's right. Oh yeah, that's real good speed. That's knocking on the door of that pro caliber stuff. And this set, he's played amazing. Went a little long on her.
Yeah. I want to favor hitting that with more speed, but I think she was trying some kind of kick safe there.
Right. Yeah, if you're gonna aim, if you're gonna kick it at that speed, you almost have to back up in your mind like a softball width or almost a bowling ball, because that cue ball is gonna arc and open up a bunch.
Especially on new cloth.
A new cloth,
too.
that's right. So now what does the 5 do here? It's gonna glance off the left side of the 7. Oh, it might just work out. Well, a little tricky. Yeah, he got right in between.
It's not a cue ball's not a scratch in the side, but he's gonna have to really baby it if he wants to go one rail. Can you get enough draw to the cue ball to draw to the left of the side?
That's what
pocket?
I like if that's available. Yeah. No, he's gonna just cut it in, roll it in, maybe come all the way back over to the long rail. He apparently just never misses.
Resigned to the distance there. That's okay. I mean, the 7's real close to the corner pocket. You want to hit
Yeah.
that 5 more aggressively. Smart shot there.
Man, he has like the smoothest, longest backswing. I mean, just exactly what I try to do, but fail miserably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a long backstroke like that, you can hit the cue ball more purely, but the tricky part is, like, you got to keep your cue straight. For a
Yeah,
longer
that's
period
right.
of time.
That is funny you say that, because it produces power and everything, but I like the way Alex Pegulayan kind of just pulls the tip like 2 or 3 inches from the, I like that too.
Yeah. Filler.
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah.
And but don't get us wrong. It's not wrong what he's doing. I mean,
Just-
if you can execute it consistently,
Yeah.
it's actually it's a little.
great.
It could be more advantageous in the long run because you get more quality out of the cue ball. But it's it's tough to do. I mean, look at Fedor Gorst. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he's arguably the most successful player in the world, and he's on a long backstroke. First missed ball from McBride here. Oh, he's going to get a roll.
Yeah, that was a tough shot because he was trying to power it up with inside English and go 15 feet with the cue ball. So if you're ever going to miss one, it would be something like that. Very tough shot.
Yeah, the deflection got him.
Sure. Yeah, when you're using that side spin at that speed, all bets are off. This young lady here hasn't gotten too many good rolls. That 9 could have very easily dollied up right over her pocket.
Yeah.
Instead, she's got to shoot this.
A little thin off the left side.
I think you bank this, don't you?
Maybe,
You figure
maybe if she has enough of it.
you're
Yeah.
in a bad spot. Oh yeah, if she can see it. Yeah, if she can't see it. From our angle, it always looks different than. Oh,
You're right.
oh, she had just enough.
Not there. Trying to play the two-way in mind, but just hit it slightly overhit it.
Well, the 2 times that Payne's made a mistake, he has hooked her. So really, nothing's went her way, and you haven't really got to see her in full flight because the balls just haven't cooperated and let her shoot.
And it really matters in these short sets too.
Yes, that's the way pool goes sometimes. Man, this kid can play. I mean, I've been watching pro players play for 30 years. I mean, this is what it looks like when I watch Buddy Holland on. They just run out. They don't miss. I don't know how much more he's supposed to do here to impress somebody.
And
This
kids are
guy's
not
a
even
gangster.
18 years old yet.
Yeah.
John Sorger.
Right. No, you're right. For as old as he is, I mean, he's playing like a top professional player or real dang close. I didn't know he played this good. I'm impressed. He's got a new fan. Not that he's ever heard of me, probably, but I'm impressed there. Mr. McBride, you have made a lot of tough shots. And he kind of has a different, like I could spot his stroke and everything. Like it's different than a lot of players. A little bit longer, a little bit more fluid. That hesitation in the back.
Yep.
It's distinct. And he's got his own way of doing it, and it works.
I mean, the key for every player is to achieve good timing, and it's kind of a vague concept, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you just make it short. Like you want to hit the cue ball purely. You want to get the height of the acceleration of the forward stroke at the cue ball.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's right.
and he has that for sure.
It seems like it.
Yeah. Five ball on the side. Tough opener on the one.
Oh, yeah.
Could consider offense here. Running the cue ball across table into the 6. It's real thin.
Yeah. I thought he might be able to come off the right side of the 1 and put the cue ball back behind the 2, but you'd be knocking the 1 around the table too much. I think he's going to go for something similar. He'll probably just cut this right in. What do I know? I mean, really, Payne?
Oh no, it's a horrible roll coming across table there.
Man, I'm kind of starting to hate him. He's playing so good. It's kind of making me mad. Yeah, that was an unlucky roll.
He doesn't have much for position here, so if he makes it, it'll be good.
Oh, yeah. Good hit. Pays to hit him.
She had the bottom left.
Man, it seems like she hasn't got to shoot in like an hour.
No kidding. good play. Real tough on the pocketing there. Good speed. McBride's going to hit this ball off the right long rail.
You know, I've noticed in pool and in pro pool, there's not too many people that are going to walk up to you and say, you know what, Eric, you're freaking awesome. But I'm going to do it for him. This kid plays awesome. There's no way you're accidentally making all these great shots. Like, this guy has some talent.
Definitely.
I mean, he's punched in like 40 super missable balls, you know, on the world stage, and you can't accidentally do that. It's not luck. This is how he plays. He's an assassin. You're going to see a lot out of this young man in the future. It will be around when he wins his first big championship, I'm sure. Hopefully he'll sign my case. Watch him just cut the paint off this thing. I bet he just cuts this right in.
I think it's safe this time. He will around 2 rails behind the 9.
I know. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Come off the right side of the 2 and go in rail, side rail, in rail. Lay the cue ball right down by the 8. Oh no, he's cutting it in.
Really?
We're on TV here. Let's go. The way he's feeling, I think he's going to chop it. Earl Strickland played like this. When he got in dead punch, he would just cut at everything and make most of them.
I knew one player like that. Yeah.
I think he is playing the safe off the right side of the ball. Well, I can't tell. Yeah, okay. Good shot. Hit it pretty good, too.
Just for you fans at home, that's a standard safe that comes up a lot, that's overlooked by a lot of mid-level players. It's not as tough as you think. I mean, you got to be confident in hitting the ball thin enough, and he actually almost hit it too thin.
Yeah, they usually drive at it heavy and just bounce it up 2 feet, and that'll beat patty cake players, but you can't beat somebody like Mast here doing that.
Yeah, and it's a shot you have to practice and be confident with hitting the thin part of the ball, but just be aware of what he did there. It's a common shot.
Yeah, she was pretty limited what she could do there. That's a pretty good result for what she had.
Yeah. Full coverage on the 2. So window between the 6-7. Not much is happening though once you hit the long rail. So we'll go 2 rails at this. Off chance to make the 2 in the top right.
Yeah, this shot's always brutal because you're really just pushing the 2 down by the hole. You're really you're limited what you can do. Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen worse results.
I think Mast has to try to make something happen.
Yeah, she has not got too many good rolls because that 2 could very easily just be straight in the side for her. So she hasn't had any cooperation with the pull balls.
3 rails around.
Get in there. Oh, look at this shot.
It's okay. Nice shot from Mast.
All right. Gutsy play. Would have been very easy to just nick off that ball and do something passive, but she showed some gumption there and shot at her hole. Easy now. Easy. Good shot. Good shot.
Tricky. Got a power draw over to the right long rail. Tough when you haven't been shooting.
Yeah,
too, right?
exactly. She's been in the chair, and Payne has played incredible, put a lot of heat on her. For her to keep her composure and run this rack, I would be quite proud of her. Get away from that 7. Come on.
Wow.
Ah, nothing's going right today.
One
She couldn't
spot
do
on
that
the
if she
table.
tried, right? Yeah, that's unlucky.
Go 3 rails around here. Chance to get safe if you hit the bottom part of it.
Put some pace on it. It's going to open up. Good shot. Nice shot.
Speed's not there. And of course, this is missable, but McBride's not missing, so we'll make him a favorite here.
Yeah. He's a pain to play. The guy doesn't miss much. tough little shot here, but I have a feeling he'll put it down. I mean, so smooth.
No kidding. Not just that the balls are going
Right.
in, they're going in smooth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Natural position. He's on the rail, so just taking an extra second, settling himself.
Yeah, the more level you can get your cue here, the better you'll do with these shots. Nice shot.
Straight.
Yeah, he's going to have to do a little something now. Bottom left spin. This will be a pretty shot. Nice. Look at that cue ball just delay. Yeah, that was nice.
It's good here. Stun 2 rails. Just gotta get the speed right. Make sure you favor the overhit here.
Right. Don't come up short. On new cloth, the players will opt to hit this with like a middle left-hand cue ball. When the cloth's really broken in, they might just put a tiny bit of high right and go 1 rail up. But with the new cloth, you get so much deflection that they'll favor spinning around 2 rails here. Nice shot.
He's good, and to go, this 10 ball to go on the hill in the second set. Strong play from McBride continuing. Tricky roll there for Mask, getting behind the 7.
Right.
Made a nice bank on the opening shot. Just lost track a bit of the cue ball.
I mean, she really has had the worst of the rolls. I mean, the couple times that Payne's made a boo-boo, left her nothing. She's made great shots and gotten hooks, so you haven't got to see her do her thing today. But like we were talking about, quarterfinals of the World Championship, she has played pool like we're watching Payne play,
right,
in spots in her life.
For sure. Girls World Junior Champion as well. We forgot to mention that.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
she's the-
Just a World Championship we forgot to mention.
Yeah. It's odd. McBride's missed 5 balls. I don't really remember.
I don't either. He's made so many that it's like I forgot about the 5.
Yeah. It must have been tough ones. So yeah, he hasn't missed any easy.
I think he missed maybe a
The
bank
9
or
one time.
something. Yeah, not much.
Safety efficiency high for both players in the 70% range. Safe returns about even, 5 each.
Well, the cool thing about pool, I've always thought, and it always helped me because I'm kind of a small, weak guy. I never could be a baseball pitcher or, hit a golf ball 350 or none of that. I like pool because I said, wow, here's a game that I can play. You don't have to be big and strong. Look at Sophia winning world championships or 6'5" like you.
Yep.
And pool is a game that everybody can compete at and play. And I think that's one of the alluring things about it. You don't have to be
Regardless of
huge.
age, too.
Right, exactly.
Just got to carry him on the 8 here. Tough to control the 1. Karam's line okay. I mean, it might be a small stun.
Oh, she caught the 6 going in. I think she lost her focus there a little bit. Things have been frustrating, and she might have just went through the motions there a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she didn't take as much pre-shot and time on that, it didn't look like to me. But it was delicate.
Well, and when you're forced with those kind of awkward situations and you're under a shot clock, like
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's a lot tougher than you think, right? Like if she's in a tournament without a shot clock there, she's taking a minute and a half to decide what she's doing.
Well, I love her composure. She's not going back to the chair and throwing a fit, and rolling her eyes and waving her hands, and she's just sitting there very calm, waiting for her chance. Very sportsmanlike. I'm very impressed with her composure. And when you're that age,
It's not easy.
no. I mean, come on. Remember, I think about what you're like at 15 when something didn't go your way.
see if the 6 passes the 8 here. If it does, I'd make him a favor to run the rack. He's
Yeah.
definitely going to have to use the long rail on the way in. Could move it off the 4 if he has to. I mean, he's got to go 2 rails around, but I think he's
Yeah, that
figuring out
6
how he's
is
going to get at the 6, maybe.
that 6 is trapped up pretty good. I mean, I guess you could play for the bank on the 6. I'm not in love with that one bit. Well, going from the 5 to the 6, you might could tear it out or tear out the 8. But
That's a good call
oh,
too. I was thinking
that
6 the
worked.
whole way, but you could move the 8.
huh.
Yeah, it's really tough to tell if the 6 goes, but even if it does, he's moved the 9 closer to it where it's tougher to get on a good angle.
Right.
Looks like he's going to have the angle to run the cue ball into it. Little too far.
Yeah,
He's in this tough spot
the-
here. He
Yeah,
can go into it.
Right. I was gonna say he's forced to cut this 5 to the right, and it takes him into the 6. So if you're gonna shoot it, shoot it. These backwards cuts where you can't really see the angle are just an educated guess for the players. These are the most common missed shots for the pro players that they will still shoot at because you just can't see what you're looking at. So we call it a
No
blind
way.
cut. Yeah. Oh,
And that's the match.
oh, he called the 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, what
Early
do I
10s
know?
count. What a shot.
Oh,
And
so he wasn't playing to make the 5. Wow. Well, that, folks, right there is a future world champion you just watched. Maybe get his autograph now while it's easy.
Great match from McBride. Tough set for Mass. She'll be in the women's event this week. Look at this.
What a shot. Yeah, he played it with the 9 there. Smart.
Nice. McBride will be moving on to the semifinals.
Well, it was fun working with you, Eric. And
Yeah,
thanks for
you as
tuning
well.
in, everybody, and for putting up with me. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, next round coming up at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Talk to you guys soon.